We read about people like Vishwamitra, when he was living in the forest, wearing only a simple deerskin. And when he came to Ayodhya, Dasarat, because he was the king, he had to accept on behalf of God so many things. He had jewels and crown and big throne and beautiful wives and beautiful children and beautiful servants and wonderful living facilities, luxuries beyond our imagination. But when he saw Vishwamitra Muni, he bowed down to him, his head, at Vishwamitra's feet, because he honored that your renunciation is factually a greater opulence than all of my material facilities. One sannyasi, a very great Gaudiya Vaishnava, was telling me that real opulence is renunciation. That is the highest opulence for a devotee. He said, when you see a king with a crown and you see a sannyasi with a danda, which is more opulent? The sannyasi. This is real opulence. This is real beauty in the eyes of one who is transcendental in vision. So of course, this does not necessarily mean that we should all become sannyasis. But we have to have our standards properly focused in life. We have to know that bhakti, love, is the real standard of success. And material sense gratification is the standard of degradation. Whether you are a king living in the wealthiest condition, like Maharaj Yudhistir, Maharaj Priyavrata, Maharaj Rishabhadev, they were great, glorious kings, but they were not attached. They were attached to God. They were accepting those facilities only in their service to the Lord. You don't have to give away these things, but we have to give away our worldly attachment for sense gratification, knowing that it is the greatest stumbling block and obstacle for our advancement in devotional service. And therefore, according to the Vedic civilization, the Brahmins accept a vow of poverty. But according to the Shastric plan, a Brahmin should not accept employment. He should only be giving free of charge spiritual knowledge and spiritual direction. And whatever people give to him, he accepts. And whatever is needed to maintain his body, he maintains. Whatever is needed to maintain his preaching, he maintains, and all the rest he gives for the benefit of others, either by publishing books or by distributing in charity in some way to uplift the spiritual consciousness of others. And in this way, the whole society respects, adores, and trusts the Brahmin because they know that he is not trying to cheat them. They know he has nothing to gain. His only business is giving. And such a person in this condition of life, even the kings and the great Crorepati Vaishyas, they all bow their heads before him because they know he has the opulence I really want. And when people learn to respect and honor the renunciation of the sannyasis and brahmacharis who are truly in the spirit of compassion and preaching, to that degree the whole society advances spiritually. Recently one of our members was saying that this brahmachari ashram is impractical. Really, if you have a good job, if you're a professional man, if you preach like that, people will honor the integrity of that you're a working man like them and still you're Krishna conscious, but nobody wants to be like the brahmachari. So therefore, brahmacharis, sannyasis, is a useless ashram for preaching. Everyone should get married, everyone should have a staunch professional image, and at the same time preach. And people will honor and respect such persons. But according to Shastra, according to God, that is very good. The grihastas should all be like that. That is perfect. But the fact is the grihastas cannot be like that unless there's those in the renounced order of life setting a standard to show them the way. As I was saying, even great kings of the Vedic times, they were like that. They were perfectly Krishna conscious. They were professional men. They were responsible men, but at the same time they were devotees, and they were preaching, and they were pushing forward the cause of God. But every one of those kings understood that they are completely depending on the example and the instructions of those in the renounced order of life to maintain the integrity of their spiritual consciousness. And that is a fact. That is why there must be the majority of society grihastas. who are God-centered, who are detached from sense gratification, but who are living within this society responsibly in the service of Krishna. But there also absolutely must be the class of brahmacharis and sannyasis to maintain the pure standard by which the grihastas can remain Krishna conscious. To the degree the grihastas, even the wealthiest grihastas, they don't have to give away the wealth, but to the degree they honor and respect and adore those sadhus who are dedicating everything in the compassionate mission of uplifting others and who have given up all the things of this world, to that very degree they will advance in Krishna consciousness. But however very expert they may be in whatever field of religion and material progress, if they do not have that proper respect and appreciation for the renounced order, then their spiritual life will be checked.
You were listening to Radhanath Swami on devotionalnectar.com.